Here I'm in the first generation Toyota 86, and it's a little blast from the past. I mean, the HVAC, heating and cooling knobs, all the switches, it looks very dated, but what doesn't is how nicely integrated the touchscreen is into the dash here, this Alcantara dash, and the Alcantara seats are very nice. But I'm excited because I just got out of the second generation, the GR, with the digital gauges and everything, and the improved setup, the bigger engine, etc. I just got out of that, and here I am, a little blast from the past, and we're gonna have some fun in the first generation 86 here. Already I can tell that the engine just doesn't have the grunt from the bottom, and the transmission is not as smooth, that is for sure. But you know, they say that they improve the rigidity of the vehicle. I would say absolutely that they have. Just taking around the turns here doesn't feel quite as firm and planted. It doesn't mean it's less fun. You know, it feels like there's a little bit more character to this car. As I floored up the hill, it definitely doesn't have the same amount of giddy up as the other one, but there's a lot more body roll, and that's something I wasn't expecting. And even I just got out of the one with the 17-inch wheels with the thicker tires, and there's more body roll in this vehicle with the skinnier tires compared to the new model. So that is taking me by surprise. And even under some trail braking there, it just doesn't feel as planted. And yeah, the torque isn't there as I'm hammering it. And the third gear in the other car, you're able to just hammer it out of that, and in third gear you don't have to downshift. So not quite the same driving experience. Yeah, the new one is so much better, and I feel like even though it's 28 more horsepower, you're able to build speed a lot better in it because you don't have to downshift. You always have, oh my God, that takes forever to get to redline in third gear in this car. But it's still fun. I'm still having a hell of a time. So in this vehicle, and I'm all over the track because I'm talking, but in this vehicle, you know, it doesn't have the digital tack to let you know in bright orange that it's time to shift. It has a shift light at the top of the end that's red, and this is a real sketchy interchange here. You get to the top hill, and I'm going to try to maintain the speed as best as possible since I've driven this a couple times now. Yeah. Oh man, just because it's not as good as the new one doesn't mean it's less fun. This vehicle is still very very fun, and a part of that is the track. Anytime you're on a track and you're in a sports car, you're gonna have fun, and this is a big, like, what do you call it? What's the right term? Clothespin right here, and not quite as much power there in second gear to get the rear out in front of the car, but it was still pretty fun. Let's try. Yep, well, not the greatest of downshifts there. My hand slipped off the shifter, so that's something that's nice. Also in the new vehicles, you have a leather wrapped shifter and shift boot, so so much fun. Even in this older generation, you know, finding one of these, maybe a leftover at the dealership or a gently used one would still bring a smile to just about anyone's face. And yeah, I'm not going to shift into fourth there because I'm bringing it into the pits. But yeah, a lot more travel in the suspension in this vehicle. It definitely doesn't have the torque or the power as the new one, and the new one's not going to blow your mind with the power, but once you've been in this one, right after you come in from the new one, you can see where they've made all the improvements. And yeah, the new GR86 is definitely an improvement over this one, which is still a great car. It still brings a smile to your face, especially out here on the track. But man, Toyota's really done a good job with that new 86. Now we're buckling into the 2022 GR86 this vehicle with the premium package. It's got the Alcantara seats. He's giving me the thumbs up. All right, let's do this. Now I need to put this in track mode. There we go. Track mode changes the MID to a digital tach that revs linearly instead of radially. And here we go. I just got out of the first generation 86. And that vehicle isn't as loud as this. That's the first thing I noticed actually, is that vehicle is not nearly as loud. You know, a little bit of volume through the speakers, but this vehicle has so much less body roll than that outgoing 86. It's crazy. It's so much easier to just pick a line and stick with it. And it also behaves a lot better. Woo! As I hit red line there. It behaves a lot better digging out of the turns because the torque is so much better in this vehicle. So, you know, I wasn't expecting it to be so much better. You know, I saw it on paper as, you know, okay, the engine's getting a 0.4 liter increase in displacement. And I thought that that was going to be, you know, the best thing about it. Well, actually it's not. Yes, the engine and the torque off the line's amazing, but how planted it feels in the turns compared to the outgoing one is just a night and day in comparison. The steering is light, you know, it's maybe a little bit lighter than I would like, but oh yeah, the shifter is so much better than the outgoing one. It's just a little bit more smooth. That's the best way to put it. It's just more smooth. We'll keep it in third gear around this, you know, set of turns here, and it has a torque to get out of it. And the outgoing model, no way would it have the torque to get out of that. And I'll keep it in third around here as well. This goes, you know, it gets pretty slow here. It's in about 35 miles an hour. And that felt so much, I don't know if it was more fun than the outgoing 86 around that turn. Because the outgoing 86 has so much more character. Because it just moves around so much more. This thing just feels like it's glued to the road. It's so much more precise. Yeah, grip for days in this vehicle. I got someone coming up on my heels, so I'm gonna be quiet and focus on driving here. Yeah, good torque, no downshifting necessary. Just wants to build on that power. Good brakes, man. The brakes are laser-like precision, great stopping power. And that is a lap at Monticello in the new GR86. That was a lot of fun. This time I'm taking the GR86 automatic out. This is a premium with the 18-inch wheels, the heated seats, you know, the little bit fancier duckbill spoiler. We're gonna take this out, and I'm not gonna do any talking once I get going. I'm gonna focus on the driving, and I'll let you guys question below, comments, and I'll get back to you there, but it's time to drive. We're gonna flip it into manual mode, and we're gonna play with the paddle shifters. So the automatic did pretty good overall. I wish it would have downshifted a couple more times, but it was pretty. I keep feeling for the clutch, like it feels so weird. But the automatic is pretty good. When I floored it a couple times, like I said, I wish it would have downshifted, but overall, I'm sure it was a lot faster than this than the manual, just because the manual is a little bit newer for me. But the manual is more fun for me. I don't care about speed. I'm not, winning any championships. The manual is definitely more fun, more engaging, more rewarding. This felt more like a video game with driver assistance on. Even though traction control was off, etc., it just felt like it was really, really easy to drive out there, and it's a great sports car. And thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of content coming out of this GR86 media drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed today's beautiful drive through the Catskills, new territory for me, and it says children at play, so I'm gonna slow down, respect the kids. All right, I miss mine, they're at home. Anyways guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Check you in the next one. Peace out.